Steel. Berm. Dry fire.
Hey everyone, welcome back to NFA Review channel. Wow, the comment section on the last Dead Air video, pretty ridiculous. For those of you that are new to the channel, we use a lapel microphone, right here, for addressing you guys in the studio, not on the range. If you use a lapel microphone on the range, it clips, cuts out all the audio. Over the years, I've developed a system with settings in the camera and a stereo-powered microphone on the range. That's why I can't really talk and give you my immediate feedback on the range, because the camera is set up to not peak out those gunshots so I can preserve the tone.
Wow. Steel.
Now, there is no video camera or compression or YouTube or any uploading service in the world that can actually replicate the sound of an unsuppressed and suppressed gunshot. I get as close as I can so you guys can differentiate the tone change in between brands of suppressors, but the actual sound level is never going to be replicated. But I do urge you to watch it with quality headphones. That being said, that's why I came up with Suppress Fest, so you guys can hear all these in person and actually shoot them in person. You could feel, gas or no gas to the face, what it sounds like at your ear, what it sounds like at the muzzle, what other companies' suppressors sound like from 10 feet away, 20 feet away, point blank while you're shooting, so on and so forth. So my videos are to be used for research purposes as just one stop of many in your journey to pick your next suppressor. So don't just go buying suppressors based on my channel alone. Just take what you learn here and apply it to other channels, magazines, whatever, any charts you want to read, demo days that your dealer puts on, and or Suppress Fest, and then make up your decision, okay? That being said, we will be making some changes for the 2026 filming year with live metering on the channel. Rejoice. So let's go ahead and get to the Sandman X today. Very cool suppressor that a lot of people aren't really talking about. It's super strong, ridiculously strong, sounds good, no back pressure. I know because I've already shot it, but we're not going to get into that just yet. Let's cover the basic specs and then we'll hit the range and you guys can hear it for yourself. Let's get to it. All right, as you can see, I have a flat top earth version and a black version here in the studio. One of them has the mount removed just so I can film the B-roll shots of the baffle stack, and then this one has the mount already attached. Now this is the Xeno mount. There are two SKUs with the suppressor. You can order it with the Chemo or the Xeno. It's your choice. They sent two test cans with the Xeno, so that's what we're using. So as far as the overall length with the Xeno mount, it comes in at 6.4 inches with a diameter of 1.65 inches. Weight, again, with the mount is 14.5 ounces. Now, here's the cool part. We're going to circle back to the construction, but I just want to let you guys know this thing is constructed of 3D laser-centered Haynes 282, which is a nickel-based super alloy. We're going to give you some comparisons of what other things are made from that material. It's really exciting stuff. Finish comes in a matte black high temperature Cerakote or the flat top earth as shown. Barrel restrictions, none. It is full auto rated up to 300 rum. Mount on the rear is of course going to be industry standard hub 1.375 by 24. I mentioned earlier you have the option of a Xeno system or a Chemo system. Lifetime warranty. Retail price comes in at Xeno for $999 and the Chemo for $1,059. Capital Armory is doing a $300 store gift card with these right now. And of course, if you are a Patreon member of mine, you get an additional 10% off that. So pretty damn good value for such an indestructible centerfire rifle suppressor. So now that we got the boring specs out of the way, let's cover what makes this thing so cool. So back to the Haynes 282. Some other things that it's made from: jet engine turbines, nuclear reactor rod drivers, rocket engines and combustion jackets, nozzles and manifolds, and the afterburner plates on a motherfucking jet. The operating temperature where this metal works at as a job for the industry is 1300 degrees Fahrenheit. So it likes to live at 1300 degrees Fahrenheit, and it can handle spikes maintained at 1500 degrees Fahrenheit. So the end of your gun is not really going to phase this thing. That is why it is full auto rated with no barrel length restrictions. So the overall design parameters that Dead Air had for this was basically like just a gut punch of let's throw everything we can at this suppressor. The Sandman X. So this is kind of like a continuation of the product line, the cream of the crop. Okay, this is the best rifle suppressor for this kind of job, like a smaller, compact, 30 caliber suppressor that they've created. So the design parameters were low back pressure to the shooter, good muzzle signature for sound, flash reduction, and of course overall durability. I have already shot this. I'm filming this review in reverse. I already went out to the range and shot it, and I'll give you my feedback at the end. But on the end of this 16-inch barrel 300 Win Mag, it was incredibly impressive. I mean, look at the size of this suppressor compared to normal bench rest shooting type 30 caliber cans that are like 8 inches by 2 inches, just gigantic precision centerfire rifle suppressors compared to this little guy. I mean, it's a 30 caliber suppressor that looks normal on the end of a 5.56 SBR, which we'll also shoot today. So I think that's enough rambling in the studios. It's a tank of a suppressor built by Dead Air, backed by Dead Air. I know they've had some rocky waters in the past for some manufacturing issues. Those are gone now. You guys already watched the review on the Mojave 45. It sounded great. For those of you coming out to Suppress Fest at the end of this month, you guys will be able to hear it in person as well, and you'll see that I wasn't bullshitting you. So stay tuned for this. Let's hit the range. We'll circle back, and I'll tell you what I thought about it. Let's get to it. Before we get shooting, a quick word from our sponsor, Capital Armory. They're the nation's largest silencer dealer and have expanded their silencer shipping ability to multiple states, with even more on the way. They can still ship directly to Texas residents, but they can now deliver silencers directly to your door for those in many other states. The process is simple and keeps everything in-house. So there are no additional dealers, transfer fees, or headaches. They manage the entire process from start to finish to make your life easier. The process is very simple. Once you purchase a silencer online through their website, you'll be contacted to begin your online customer profile to provide them with fingerprints and other necessary information to complete your e-file Form 4. After the ATF approves your form, Capital Armory will initiate electronic transfer paperwork with you, and your silencer will be mailed directly to your front door. And the best part is, your customer profile only needs to be done once, so you'll be ready to go for all future orders. Head to capitalarmory.com today to learn more.
Steel. Incredible tone. Steel. Berm. Berm. I don't know. They just keep fucking impressing me. storm like we would with 300 blackout subs. Firm. Wow. Steel. Steel. Berm. Little breeze, but zero gas to the face. None. Zilch. Steel. Berm. Steel. Berm. Dry fire.
What's up, fam? Okay, ending thoughts on the Sandman X. Now, you just saw me shoot it on the 12.5 inch, on the 300 blackout, and on the 308. I think what surprised me the most, I mentioned it earlier, was the sound report on the 308. I was not expecting to be that comfortable without ears. I sometimes will sacrifice my body for you guys so I can hear the shot without earmuffs on. And I was like, okay, not bad. It sounded really good. The tone was a lot lower than it should have been considering the lack of volume for such a large high pressure cartridge. So that was really shocking. 300 blackout, it's 300 blackout on a bolt gun. It's gonna sound good. This guy here, that shocked me a lot. I mean, you're talking a 12.5-inch barrel shooting M193 ammo. If you've ever shot that with just a threaded muzzle like that, because I used the direct thread mount today, because I use the Xeno on the 30 calibers and I use direct thread on the 5.56. If you ever shot it without a muzzle break or anything, it's just an absolute thumper, fire breather. The amount of work this suppressor is doing, and other suppressors while I'm on the subject, is pretty amazing. But to not be gassed out while shooting that thing was actually quite enjoyable. So my biggest takeaway is going to be just not being gassed out, having a good report. That's gonna be my biggest takeaway. One thing I do not care for is the Xeno mounts because of the opposite thread. So, you know, you have to screw it on here normally right-hand thread, but then it uses left-hand thread to mount it to your mount. So if you don't have it extremely tight on your can, when you go to tighten it on the gun, it can loosen, and it's just annoying. I personally like Chemo, but I didn't tell them that before they shipped the test units. So I like the ratchet mounts. But of course, if you don't like either of those mounts, you can just remove the mount like I did. And I think today I used the 1/2x28 mount from YHM, if I believe it was, just a standard direct thread mount. Screws right in there. I have a whole case full of mounts, so just do whatever you want. As far as the suppressor, you know, I kind of want to challenge it. If I have enough time and ammo to just beat the hell out of it with like a Mark 18 and just mag dump it, but I have a feeling the suppressor will outlive the gun, and the gun's expensive. So we'll see what Dead Air will want to do as far as torturing during Suppress Fest, because I know day 2, a lot of them, they ship ammo down on freight for you guys to shoot at the event, and they don't really like going home with ammo. So day 2, the real G's know day 2 is the day to go on Sunday, October 26th, because that's when they start topping the mags off. Instead of like quick little 5-round test, you get full mag dumps out of MP5s and stuff. So don't tell them I told you that. But if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm sure I missed out something. But if you want any additional information about the Sandman or future videos or any other products or Suppress Fest, just leave it below and I'll do my best to answer you. See you guys next time.